Hey guys, Akil Stokes here. Welcome back to another episode of the Trading Coach Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about knowing when is the right time to go live in the markets. We're talking about trading actual money. Now, if you haven't done so already, guys, make sure you like or review this podcast. It's available on your favorite podcasting app 3 times a week. Do me a favor, show your support by hitting that like button, leaving it a rating, whatever you can do wherever you're taking this content in from. So if you can't tell, I'm in a very good mood today. I just finished making a coffee, and not just a regular coffee, but a coffee made from the French press, which for some reason it always seems to taste a little bit better. I'm not sure if I just think that way or if it actually does because it brews in a different way, but it tastes better, but I rarely do it simply because it takes more time, right? I've got to boil the water, I've got to pour it in, I've got to let it sit. Normally, I would just summon my butler and have him bring me a coffee for me, or by butler, I mean push a button. But every once in a while, when I get some time, I like to do it in a way that is enjoyable to me. And the subject kind of goes hand in hand with what we're going to talk about today, about the right time to trade live, because so many traders are in a rush to trade live too early. They want to take the shortcut and they end up a little bit undersatisfied, where if you just take a little bit more time, if you take time to do things the right way, it's going to leave a much sweeter taste in your mouth. And the subject for today comes from a question I got on YouTube. By the way, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at Akil Stokes RTM. New videos daily up there for you guys. I've been trying to get a lot more active with the YouTube channel. But the question says, hey Akil, good evening. Quick one. How do you know when to make a step up to a live account after backtesting and your system is on a bad streak on demo? How patient can you be, or do you wait for results to get better in demo no matter how long? So we're dealing with the question of, is there, while I'm demo trading, and I'll talk a little bit about what demo trading is and briefly touch on the subject on if you should be doing it or not. I know that's a controversial one, but the question is, when do I know that it's okay to go from demo trading to live trading? Is there a certain kind of result that I should be looking for? Now, to take a step back, right, I believe that there are 4 steps that a trader should go through, right? The process of trading, not the normal IPDE, identify, predict, decide, execute. All those are 4 good technical steps you should take, but 4 steps in your trading journey, right? 1 is the learning phase, right? 2 is the strategy development and testing phase. 3 is the demo trading phase. I know that's controversial. And then 4 is live trading. Now, I've done a few podcasts on the demo trading things, and I'm not here to convince you one way or another, right? It's your money. You can do whatever you want, right? But the question is usually, should I demo trade or just live trade with a small amount of money? And I do think you should do both, right? I do think you should demo trade. I do think you should start live trading with a small amount of money, then earn your way to trade 100% of your allowable trading capital. But I do think demo trading plays a role. And demo trading doesn't play a role necessarily for the psychological elements that people think, but it's more about the practice, right? In demo trading, right, let's put it like this. In most cases, when traders are backtesting, they're working with historical data. So they're scrolling through a chart or clicking a market replay thing, and they're in control of when the market moves. They can pause it, they can stop it, they have time to sit there and analyze. If a trading opportunity comes to fruition, they can pause their chart and they can do all the things. If you're demo trading, you're dealing with the live markets. And the one thing that live markets don't do is live markets don't stop. So while you're fiddling around trying to figure out how to get your order on, how to place your stop, how to make it a one cancels the other, guess what's happening? The market is moving. So it's a little bit of a different battle to deal with when executing trades or pretending to execute trades during your back testing versus doing them in real time. And I sort of liken it to driving a car, right? I've had the fortunate or maybe the unfortunate experience of driving a lot of cars in my time. My wife, I love her to death. I'm recording this on Valentine's Day. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's amazing, right? I'm buying myself good fortune right here, fellas. You know what I'm talking about? Or, fellas, ladies, everyone knows what you're talking about. But one of her flaws is she's a little rough around the vehicles, right? She's not really good with automobiles. So we've gone through a bunch of them. And every time we've gone to get a new car, right, we just don't go to the lot and buy it. We just don't say, "Ooh, I like that one. Let's buy it. Here's the cash," and boom, give it to me, right? We test drive it. Now, why do we test drive it? Do we lack ability in how to drive a car? Well, maybe my wife, maybe based on the track record, but me, no. Like, I know how to drive. I've been driving since a very young age. I can drive manual. I can drive automatic. I've driven trucks, vans, small cars, big cars, you name it, right? I'm very comfortable behind the wheel. But I decide to test drive cars anyway. Why? Because I want to get a feel for this specific car. How do the brakes feel? What is the turning radius? How stiff, right, is the steering wheel, right? I want to get a feel for the car because that's going to be very important for me driving it. And even when you do get that new car, right? For example, I went from a small kind of sedan to a truck at one point, and I had no sense of kind of where I was at on the road, right? With the small car, I can see everything. There were no blind spots. With the truck, I didn't know if I was turning wide. I didn't know if I was turning sharp. I didn't know if I was hitting things in front of me, right? Trying to parallel park. It was a different game. It took me a little bit to kind of get those reps in to kind of figure it out and become comfortable. Trading a demo account is the same way, right? You may have to, hey, I got to get my order on first, then put my stops on second, then put my targets on third, or hey, let me make sure I put my stops on first before the trade even triggers, because I know I even only have a certain amount of time, to get my orders on. I got to do that right away for an at market order, right? So I may want to do that secondary, right? There's so many different things you may have to take into account when actually trading. And you just want to make sure that you have your process correct. You want to make sure that you have reps and you know exactly what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it before you put live money on the line. So that's why I think demo trading is important. Now, the question of how long should I demo trade is an interesting one, right? Should I wait until I'm on a hot streak? Should I not trade live if I'm on a losing streak? And my opinion on this is going to be a little bit interesting, but I think that your demo trading duration should be process based, just like anything else in trading, right? You shouldn't wait until you have 10 good trades in a row. You shouldn't wait until you have 10 losing trades in a row. You should wait until you feel 100% comfortable executing the orders that you need to execute. And again, we're assuming you're doing everything good on the technical side. Like, we're assuming you're not, you have a solid trade plan, you're not making mistakes, anything like that. We're assuming that you're all ready to trade. You're just doing this last step before going live. And here's the interesting thing, and you can do it like that, or you can make it time-based, where you predetermine, hey, I'm going to demo trade for 2 months, right, and allow myself that much practice time, kind of like a preseason period before I go live. But here's why I think you should ignore losing streaks or winning streaks. Again, assuming you're not doing anything wrong. If you're sabotaging your trading and moving stop losses and taking revenge trades, that's a different story. But let's assume you're doing everything correct. Here's why I don't think you should take results into account. We look at trading in a terms of, I had a really good conversation in the live trading room this morning. By the way, if you guys are ever free, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? 8:30, that's the Monday Q&A, 7:30 a.m. We host the live trading room on our website, www.tier1trading.com. There's a London session as well, same days, same time, just the local London time. Feel free to join us. We have some good discussions. But one of the discussions we were having today dealt with the fact that trading is about two things. It is about probabilities and edge, right? Probabilities and edge are the numbers that your system proves you to have, where it's like, I should win this much percent of the time, risk management, I risk 2 to 1 or 1 to 1, whatever it may be. And all in all combined, that gives you an edge over the market. Meaning that if you consistently extract that edge, you should be profitable. If you do what you're supposed to do, you should be profitable. The other side is doing what you're supposed to do. That's the psychological side, right? Where you have this magic system, it works great, but if you can actually bring yourself to do it without stepping on your own feet, you're not going to be able to be profitable. So trading is about probabilities, having an edge, and then you having the ability to consistently extract that edge and exploit that edge from the market. And the thing about edge is this, right? Edge isn't measured in a single trade. Edge isn't measured in a single day, a single week, and in most cases, not even a single month, right? Maybe if you're a day trader, you're looking at monthly results, but typically edges are extracted, right, over longer durations of time, right? So I'm looking at personally quarters and years, so 3-month periods, half month or 3-month periods, 6-month periods, and then full years to see if my edge actually plays out. Because I know how the markets work. I go through hot streaks, I go through cold streaks, right? And the thing about this is, and this can go into many other levels as well, as far as like risk management and money management, but I think a little bit contrarian, and most great traders do. So I know my numbers, I know my edge, I know my percentages. If I'm hitting above my percentages, I don't think I'm a super trader. I look for, or I expect a drawdown to come. If I'm hitting below my percentages, I don't get depressed or anything like that. I know a winning streak is going to come. So the thing about demo trading, if you're demo trading and you are going off a losing streak, it's natural to think that, hey, man, I suck, right? Maybe I shouldn't trade this live. The strategy's broken. But again, if we're assuming that we're doing everything correctly in our trading, we're not breaking any process-based rules, all that means is that the more losses we get, the closer we are to our win streak, because those numbers should, right, eventually even out. So there should be no fear if you have a losing streak in your demo account, because that just means the wins are around the corner. Vice versa, we don't necessarily want to wait until we're on a hot streak with our demo account, because if we're on a hot streak and we're hitting kind of above our average, that means the losers are coming. And that's something I did plenty of times in my trading career, where I told myself I was going to trade for a specific amount of time with demo. I would hit a hot streak and then I'd be like, Akil, I could be making real money. I'm wasting time and money. So at the end of this hot streak, I would start trading live. And of course, I would perfectly time it up with when the losing streak came, right? And which would take me back down to, losing money and whatnot. And then, of course, I would tell myself, yeah, okay, I got a demo again. And then, right, as soon as I start demo trading, right, the hot streak comes again, and I would just repeat the process over and over again. So I don't think we should be looking at, again, trading mistakes aside, I don't think we should be looking at, hey, I need to hit 10 trades in a row before I start trading live, or I should be afraid to trade live if I have 10 losing streaks or losing trades in a row. It should be process-based. Give yourself a set duration. Hey, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 weeks, whatever it may be for you. And then give yourself process-based goals where I'm not going to trade live until I'm able to execute my trades with blank amount of speed, or I'm able to execute my trades without hitting a sell stop instead of a buy stop, or I'm able to execute my trades without, taking on too much slippage. Those are the things that we should be paying attention to, the process-based things. The results shouldn't matter, because at the end of the day, we're not worried about the short-term results. If you plan on trading for a very long time, then the long-term results are the things that matter most. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Again, I mentioned a YouTube channel in the deal. Check it out. I got videos almost every day. Been sharing a lot of quick tip videos. Been sharing a lot of kind of 5 to 10 minute short videos, just trying to do as much as I can to leave you guys helpful trading tips on a regular basis. I'm fortunate enough to work with a very amazing group of traders, but I also know that many of you want to be involved, but you just can't from a financial reason. So obviously we can't give you the same training that we do on the website. That requires a lot more hands-on work, but I want to do my best to give you as much as possible so that you can still feel as if you're progressing as a trader. So check it out. YouTube search Akil Stokes or at Akil Stokes RTM.